one of the highest neighborhoods in Naranjito, and
No, I think
the crew here hand dug a hole, which you can see just here at the bottom of the pole, and now they're tying down any loose debris, because when the helicopter comes overhead, he's going to have a lot of rotor wash, and if the debris gets into the rotors, it's going to be a huge problem for the helicopter. We use a helicopter as a last resort when we have a application where it's too difficult to do any other way. The helicopter is very expensive to fly. There's certain safety concerns when it does fly, but if there's no other option, it's the only way. So this class of pole weighs about 1,500 pounds, and they just put it in the hole. Now they're rotating it to where the hardware on the top will be in position to where they can run conductor from it to the next pole down the hill, and they'll backfill it. And then the last thing they'll have to do, someone will have to climb up there to the top of it and pull those guy ropes off once it's tamped in and secured on the bottom. And then they'll have to climb up again and hang the hardware on it. And it's all done manually when you have these kind of elevations. Normally they would do this out of a bucket truck, but in this case they're going to have to do it the old school way.
The hardest work is still to be done. We're in the mountains with extra helicopters that we brought in the last month, because we need that particular special equipment and some of the pullers that you use to pull the wire from pole to pole. So the helicopters are not only setting poles, in some cases they're moving the linemen up to the top of the mountain because it's the quickest way to get there. We have cut access roads in certain places, so we've had to do the mobility work to cut a access road in some cases, but now we're trying to hopscotch the jungle terrain and come in from the top side with the helicopter, bring the men up there, they prepare the foundation, then heli-lift the tower into position, then a line pulling helicopter comes, and actually with an attached conductor, helicopter pulls it across the valley to that next pole. And you can understand that hard work, that mountain work takes time. We'll work for a day to get all that set, and then because we're talking remotely populated areas, in that day's effort, I might get 95 customers back on the grid. That kind of paints the picture of what we're working our way through.
I took my family to another house, and when I came back, I found all this totally different. Nothing it was equal like cuando me fui. Hemos tenido que luchar bastante fuerte sin electricidad, ya que es mucho más difícil tener que conseguir alimentos frescos y poder tener agua potable fría para uno, ¿verdad? Para uno poder beber. Y tenemos que adaptarnos a un ambiente totalmente diferente al que habíamos tenido anterior. No es fácil, es bastante trabajoso y hay que luchar fuerte para poder lograrlo.
People living in the rural areas still have an enormous challenge getting power back to their homes. But we're working every day, and our members are extremely involved in trying to restore the island to whatever a new normal will be. We're still having daily power outages as we speak, and they're regional and sometimes island-wide, so our power grid is still extremely fragile and will be. So should we have another major storm, we would have another major problem.